welcome. I thought I'd do a very quick video showing you the new NARS holiday palette. It is called the Stargaze palette. It does feature, in this, I don't know if anybody else has this much trouble, but I had a lot of trouble opening this thing. It does feature 12 eyeshadows. It does retail for $60 USD. But yes, if you're interested to get my first impressions on this video, then stay tuned. All right, hello, sorry, don't mind me. I look a little bit of a hot mess. I am just got out of the shower, getting ready for work, and this palette arrived today, and of course, you know, you snooze, you lose, you know? So I figured I would get a video out, or try to as soon as I could, on this new palette. So this is the NARS Holiday Palette, the Stargaze palette. It is a little bit different. I did pull out my holiday palette from last year, as well as my most recent palette from NARS, which is the Summer Unrated, which is actually one of my favorites. So I did pull out those palettes to compare, but I did just want to give you a little bit of details on this. This palette is kind of basic. I do wish it has more mattes than, I don't know, there's kind of like a satin, I want to say more of like a satin. Then there's like a topper shade, a couple of metallics. It looks like 4 metallics, one kind of like satin type of shade, a glitter or like topper shade is that one there. Your more satin shade is this deeper purple here. Then you have these metallics here, 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 and here, and then the rest are mattes. One thing I would have liked, that color doesn't really do anything for me, so I'm kind of, you know, not sure about that one there. And I do wish it had more metallics than it had mattes. But I think it's okay. And again, they just threw in this random lavender purple. I don't know why like companies have been doing that a lot lately, but yeah, but anyway, so I'll give you my further thoughts here. But if you do like this kind of content, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, turn on all notifications. Otherwise, I'll show you some swatches and we'll go from there. All right, yeah, sorry, apologize. This video is gonna kind of be, I'm trying to keep my thoughts together and like trying to rush too. I'm sorry, I'm such a mess. It's just my life. I will throw in some swatches. I actually did some swatches and did swatches on my arm. So I did want to compare it to these other palettes, but I don't know. And again, remember, these videos are my first impressions. It's my first time using this palette, so these are just my initial thoughts. My thoughts can change, you know, with time and usage, and just, you know, change in, you know, my feel of what I'm liking in the moment, you know what I mean? So, you know, my taste can change. So again, just first impressions, but I would say it is my least favorite out of these three. So just to give you that. Not that the formula is bad. When it swatches okay. It doesn't swatch that great, but it does work well in the eye. And I'll show you this look I put together, just very simple. I basically used, which you'll see in the video, but I used this shade all over the eyes. And again, I'll tell you the names of the shades. That's Nouvelle Vague, I guess is how you say that. But I did use that one all over the shade. I used this one to deepen the crease, which that one is called, sorry, it just throws me off because they're upside down, Heartbreak. And then I used this deepest shade here, which is called Double Trouble. So I used that Double Trouble on the outer V. And then all I used was this, it's actually a lot lighter than it looks in the pan, this purple here, which is called Lights Out. I used that all over majority of the lid. And then I used this kind of a champagne pink color here. I used that, and that is called Hollywood Lover. I used that on the inner part of the eye. And then I did use this deep dark chocolate brown, or, you know, dark brown, as an eyeliner too. And then I used, you know, my eyeliner pencil as well to deepen it. Anyways, that is the look I put together. Let me know what you think. Again, I am getting ready for work, so again, unfortunately, those times I can't really get too creative or too crazy with my eye look. Just because I'm going to go to work. So, but again, I would have liked to see this shadow, maybe a metallic instead. I don't really need that red shadow. I mean, that's okay, but I don't need this and that. I mean, they're both a little bit like medium deep shades. I mean, I guess it could change the look a little bit, but, and it definitely didn't need this purple. I don't know why companies, why they keep doing that, throwing that just random. I feel like ABH does that a lot, just throws in that random lavender purple color. I'm like, I don't know. But I will swatch at least a couple of the metallics for you here. The one I used here, I'll do this more like kind of bronzy shade there, this purple shade, and then show you this shade down here. So those are the ones I will swatch for now. And again, I'll just throw in swatches for the rest of them down below. Again, not that they're a bad formula, but it's just not my favorite palette ever. I just feel like last year's palette was so much better. The NARS Climax palette, if you were able to get your hands on this, I hope you enjoyed as much as I have, but I love this color story. I just think that's beautiful. It has a nice ratio. It's a 9pan palette, which is just a nice, you know, that nice sweet spot. 4 mattes, 5 metallics or toppers or satins, and you know, like, so more like shimmery shades. But this just has the perfect tones for me, the perfect depth. So you can go lighter, darker, you know, just a nice array of colors. They really did hit it with this one. And I did take a screenshot. I was looking to see like price comparison for the amount of shades. So again, this is a 9 palette. I believe this retailed for $49. It is gone now. So I hope you were able to get your hands on it. The NARS Summer Unrated that I got last spring, this one is actually a 16, let me see, yeah, 4, 8, 12, 16, yep, 16 pan palette. This one retailed for $59. And so I'm like, when you compare the size and the amount of shadows, I'm like, how did that go from $59 for a 16 pan palette to $60 for a 12 pan palette? And again, I think that was just a sweet spot, this $49 for a 9 pan. I don't know. So, but comparing the color stories here, I mean, they are a little bit different, but I would just say, I mean, unless you're just totally a NARS fan and you just have to have this palette, I think you could skip this one or at least wait for like a sale, but I'm just going to put these up together. So, I mean, the color stories are a little bit different, but there are some similar shades in there, no doubt, you know? So, again, I don't know. I just think they did a better job with this Summer Unrated one. And like I said, especially this Climax one. This is like one of my favorite palettes. But there's that comparison. Sorry, try not to blind you with the mirror there. But yeah, I think, I don't know, I'm just on the fence with this one. Again, not a bad formula. You know, it doesn't swatch like anything special here, but it does work really well in the eyes. It is very flattering for someone more mature, very smooth, doesn't emphasize texture. So, I mean, it's a nice formula, but I just don't think it's anything special. So again, unless you're a NARS collector, you really enjoy their formula, you just want their palette, I think you could probably pass on this one or at least wait for a sale. So again, it is limited edition, so there will be a point where, you know what I mean, it I'm sure does go away at some point, but again, I don't really think you're missing too much with this one. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that. And just to show you this kind of like a more satin type shade. I mean, it's pretty, but again, it's just, you know what I mean, by the time you put it on the eye, it's gonna look very similar to this darker shade. But yeah, so I'll just show you a couple of these mattes, I guess, too, while I'm at it. So there's those. And again, I will list the information down below and insert some of the swatches I did with the entire palette, you know, overall. But again, I mean, they're not bad. I mean, it's not a bad formula. It just doesn't spark anything for me. Like, I don't think it's anything exciting, anything we haven't seen before, and anything you should go run out and spend $60 full price on. So again, sorry, this was a very quick review. Again, this is the eye look I put together. I hope that was at least helpful, and maybe, like, you know, really thinking about is this something you want to purchase right now, something you maybe want to wait on and wait for a sale. So just wanted to give you my initial thoughts, first impressions. So if you did get any value out of this video, though, it does really help if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you're not already. Turn on all notifications. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. I'm heading to work, so I get to be up for the next 14 hours, so wish me well. But anyways, otherwise, have a great day. Do hope to see you in my next video. Bye. And what I'll do too is I will just throw in the swatches I did already. I know I've already swatched this palette, the NARS Climax, and I know I've probably already swatched the Summer Unrated. So I will just throw in some specific swatches of those so you can see those up against the newest palette. But again, just for time's sake and the fact that I forgot to bring a wipe in with me to wipe myself off to even do that, we'll just insert some clips. So thanks, just wanted to let you know. Whew, I can't see. I have my contacts in or my glasses on. Woo! All right. But this is called Hayworth I guess according to this, make sure I'm telling you that correctly. Oh, let you actually, I'll bring it up here, let you see the names on the back there so you can screenshot that or pause it there for a minute, see the names of the shades. Okay, that was a quickie. Woo, quickie. But we're done now that I'm a hot mess, but you know. All right, just putting that so I can remember my swatch.